good morning. It's August 14th, 2024, and we have a spook-tacular live stream for you today. So we have a trunk show from all the pillows from Susan Aki's brand new book, Halloween Memories. We also have 2 new releases from Fat Quarter Shop and It's So Emma, and then we have a ton of Halloween to show you that Denise and Cheryl have stitched. So it's just going to be all spooky Halloween. So if you like Halloween, you will love this live stream. So we're going to start off with a coupon. We're offering a coupon for orders over $25. The coupon code is on the screen. It ends tomorrow, Thursday at midnight. And if you use the code SPOOKY24, you will get a free Halloween mystery cross-stitch pattern. And so definitely make sure to take advantage of that, especially if you're ordering today. And we're going to start with the trunk show with Halloween Memories. So if you don't know about this book, it is by Susan Aki. It has 6 quilts and 9 cross-stitch patterns. 6 quilt patterns and 9 cross-stitch. And the cross-stitch are in the back. And just so you can see, the patterns are full color and they're large, so they're easy to see. In the book, she used her Trick or Treat Aurifil box by Aurifil, and so it's Aura Floss, and she only used these colors. So all of the thread all the patterns I'm going to show you use this thread. And Susan only uses Aurifil. She doesn't use DMC or any other colors. So the first one is called Learn to Fly. The stitch count is 25. The stitch count is 52 by 75. This fabric is gunmetal 32 count linen by Weeks Dye Works. And I'm going to show you the fronts and the backs of each pillow. And again, it just uses the Aura Floss. So you can see when it stitches, it kind of tones down the color a little bit based on the fabric you stitch on. And this is what gunmetal 32 count looks like. Just to kind of show you, when you stitch it, it ends up looking different. And this is a dyed fabric, so you know you might get a darker or a lighter version of it. So gunmetal 32 count. Our next pillow is called Masquerade. The stitch count is 38 by 70. This fabric right here is putty 32 count linen by Weeks Dye Works, and we don't carry this one, so you could always just rit dye to get the green effect. And then this one's really cute. She has like a little clasp, and then she has the twisted ribbon. And Aura Floss strands, what you do is you treat it like you do DMC. So it's the same, so you basically would use 2 strands if you're using 2 strands of DMC. So that's Masquerade. The next one is Morning Glory. This is a stitch count of 59 by 68. And this is that fabric that I love. It's called White Petty Point on Gray 32 count Lugana by Zweigart, and it has this pre-printed dot on it. Now, this fabric only comes in 32 count. It's not made in any other count, even though I know a lot of us would love it to be. And this is the back. And so she just kind of sewed and flipped. And you can see her hand stitches here. So there is no DMC conversion, and the reason why is that she just doesn't use DMC. You could easily Google that though. This is Pumpkin Patch. The stitch count is 66 by 77, and this fabric is antique white 32 count Belfast linen by Zweigart. And this one, this is piping. It's actually cotton fabric that she made a piping out of. And then we have Quaker Halloween. And so this one you can see, well, let me tell you the stitch count. It's 69 by 69. stitched on Stormy Night 32 count Belfast linen by Zweigart. And this one you can see that you could really do this in any color. You could do, you know, if you wanted to make this just a standalone star, you could do that. You could do a white fabric with black thread. You could do a black fabric with white thread. You could, you know, there's a lot you can do. And then what she did here is she put pom-poms on the back. They're glued down, and then this is like a pom-pom trim that you can buy at like a Joann's or Michael's or something. And she just glued that down. Yes, Zweigart does make a similar petty point in 20 count, Ada, they do. This is Salem, so this one's pretty small. It's 39 stitches by 39 stitches. Susan stitched this one on pumpkin 32 count linen by Weeks Dye Works, and we don't carry that, but Amber 32 count Belfast linen is a good substitute, and that is by Fiber on a Whim. And that looks like this. And so here she sewed on the, she sewed kind of some of, it's not like a perfectly square on the edges. She kind of did a little diagonal point. And then this one's really cute. This is called Skeleton Soiree. It's 53 stitches by 61 stitches. It's stitched on antique white, 32 count Belfast linen by Zweigart. And then this one, she just has, I think the fabric on the back is like a perfect match. And she just did, you know, stitching around and then hand stitch the bottom. And these are all from the Halloween Memories book by Susan Aki. This one is Spooky Socks, 67 stitches by 75 stitches, and it's stitched on Stormy Night 32 count Belfast linen by Zweigart. And so this one she stitched, and then this is like a, it's basically a triangle folded, it's like a prairie point, basically. So it's not sewed down, it's just sewed within the front and the back, and that's really cute. And on something like this, you could, you wouldn't have to put the words if you didn't want to. And then Sugar Skull. This one is really cool finishing. This one is 41 stitches by 55 stitches. This is also stitched on antique white 32 count Belfast linen. And the charts in the book are in color. The finishing instructions are not in there just because this is like super complex. But basically she sewed this together and she glued the zipper down. So it's just glued on top. Like, and then you can just kind of see the glue. And Aurifil does have a conversion to DMC on their website. And I'm going to show the free pattern that comes with it, and then I'm going to show you everything again in the book. So this box of thread is called Trick or Treat. It came out a couple of years ago. And every time that Susan Aki does a Aurifloss box for Aurifil, she does a free pattern that's available on Aurifil's website. And so this is the free pattern, so it's basically the same thing you see here. This is the back, and then this is a piping. And this free pattern can be found on Aurifil's website. This is, I'm not sure the fabric it's on, or we don't know the fabric that it's on because this came out a while ago, but obviously the floss is from the box. So you could make, there's 9 pillows in the book plus this one, so with this box you could actually make 10. And these, the Aurifloss, it is more expensive, but if you figure it out per yard, it actually is the same as DMC or slightly less because there's a lot of spool, there's a lot of thread on the spool, and they label the color on the bottom. So I'm going to now show you all the ones together from the book just so you can kind of see how it looks together. And I I think that Susan made all of these over, you know, over a couple of years, and then we put them together in the book. So she's got lots of different styles. And this would be really cute if you had like a dough bowl. Yeah, so all 9 are there. So these are great colors for Halloween stitching. Another thing you could think about is if you like these type of colors for Halloween, you could always buy her R Floss box and then just use it. Like if it calls for an orange, use that orange. If it calls for a gray, use that. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to, oh, the little witch is sideways. There we go. Super cute. So thank you to Susan Aki. Really pretty. Now we're going to move to new patterns. The first one, I know you've seen a lot, and it recently came out. It's called Spooky Cute Ornaments by It's So Emma. And this is the ornament series that we started last year or 2 years ago, and each booklet has 12 ornaments. So, and you can see the patterns are really big. They're in full color, and they're stitched and designed in candy-coated dream colors. The 12 ornaments reinterpret Halloween's classic elements to make you smile. Halloween has never been so spooky cute. So these, what I'm saying is, for example, if you didn't like the look of the pink, purple, you could use the trick-or-treat box and get this, you know, use the same designs and just use different thread to get a different look. Now on this one, this is a paper pattern or a PDF. You can buy it either way. There is a thread pack, and that thread pack uses Classic Colorworks. And the fabric that Denise stitched these on is Overcast 25 count. This right here is a Stitching with the Housewives ribbon. And these are our tartans that come white, and we spray painted them. And you can see there is a video that is, it's called Live Spooky Cute Ornaments Finishing and Sewing Progress. So we showed you this a while ago. Each stitch count is 28 by 28. And again, here is the thread pack, and we spray painted, and we talk in that video about what spray paint we used and how we did that. And on all of our patterns, on the back, we give you detail on the finishing, the fabric we use, the thread, and this pattern does have a DMC conversion. And like I said, you could do this with any color you wanted. And then we wanted to let you know this is going to be the tray that we're going to be selling. And it's right here. And we had it made, it's super big. Jordan. So like, we had it made because it's so big, and like when we did some of our past ornaments that were like patriotic, we ended up having to use 2 trays. So we intentionally made a tray that was super big that would fit all 12, so that you could buy 1 tray and then you could use it for each ornament series that we've come out with even in the past. So you could use it for patriotic, and then you could just use this 1 tray all year instead of having 2 trays. And this tray will be in stock in a couple of weeks. It's not in stock yet, but everything here is in stock. And the size of sticky circles we used is the 2.64 inches. You need 2 packages. And the tart tints that come in white, you need 2 packages. And if I was stitching these, I don't think you have to spray paint them black if you don't want to. So, you know, I think it would still look cute with the white, because the white would show up against the gray. So don't feel intimidated, and don't feel like you have to spray paint those black if you don't want to. And this one's really cute because it has Smyrnas on it, and those are really, I love Smyrnas. And Brittany designed these. Our next pattern is Spooky Forever Stamp. It's designed by Jocelyn, and it's a paid PDF pattern, so it's only available in PDF. So our spooky Simply Sam's is sure to put a spell on you. A smiling jack-o'-lantern, happy ghost, and flying bats will make a great addition to any Halloween scene. And Noelle stitched this one. And so like I said, it's a PDF and all the finishing is right here. But basically this right here is the soft white scalloped wooden easel display. These are both, this is a Chelsea's check fabric, and this is a Priscilla's polka dot fabric here. And then this right here we stitched on Pebble 25 count Lugana even weave. That is by Lori Holt. And then we stitched this using the DMC thread pack. So this is all DMC thread. And then this is a stitching with the housewife ribbon and a covered button. And on Priscilla and Chelsea's YouTube channel, they do have a covered button video on how to make those. And so this one, if you're somebody who wants everything to match and you like the super cute ornaments that we did, you could use the leftover thread there for this one, if that makes sense. So, you know, you could just substitute, and there's only 4 threads used. I mean, it looks like more, but there's only 4. It's a dark orange, a light orange, a white, and a black. So you could pull from here and use this if you wanted to. You could also pull from the Trick or Treat thread box. So I always encourage you when you're looking at a pattern, no matter what pattern it is, if you like the design but you don't like the colors, don't be afraid to pull from your stash. Don't be afraid to, I mean, there's so much thread left over at the end of a project that just save all of it. And I mean, you only need a little bit of white. I mean, you probably have enough white left over from another pattern. I would just say on this pattern, you just want to make sure your white is going to stand out against your fabric. So make sure your fabric is dark enough for the white to show up, but light enough for the black to show up. And then this is that where you can just hang it on the wall. Really cute. So super cute. So now we get to see all the stuff that Cheryl and Denise have been stitching. And this one I did want to show you. This is in color and it's a super big chart, so it's easy for you to read. And so some of these from Cheryl we've shown before. Some of them will be new to you. So this is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. It's by Carriage House Samplings, and it's a very big pattern. It's lots and lots of pages. And we showed this to you over the last couple of years, but it's framed now. Have we shown this framed? I think we might have shown it framed. And so this one, she used all the called for DMC that was in the pattern. And this fabric right here is Vintage Country Mocha 20 count with the model side showing. She used 1 strand of thread over 1 square. So very intricate. And this is a pretty thick frame. Like, it's pretty thick. So, no, it's like that thick. This is what we call Kimberly measuring. And I'm not kidding. That's what we do at Fat Critter Shop. Kevin's like, sometimes I'll measure stuff like that, and he's like, you know, you have a measuring tape. I'm like, yeah. So yeah, this is so pretty. And the only thing she did here different was she did outline the 2 witches' faces in a back stitch with one of the threads that was already in the chart, and I just remember that from when she first did this. This is like a masterpiece. Yes, very impressive. And she always has her stuff framed at Hobby Lobby. The next one we're going to show you is Halloween Quaker by Lila's Studio. And this one is also framed. I can't remember if we've shown it to you framed yet or not. This one we framed at Artwork. So this one we framed, or she framed at the local framing store. So Halloween Quaker, Lila's Studio. And so this one, you know, you can see she kind of, see how the fabric is lighter here and darker here? She did the same thing. The fabric is 32 count Murky Lugana by Picture This Plus. And this one she used 2 strands over 2 squares. And she did use the called for Classic Colorworks and DMC. And she added her initials and then 2021. So she made it 3 years ago. And I would say this one does have this little spider web as a specialty stitch, but it looks to me like it's just like big long stitches, so it's definitely doable. And I love that Cheryl sometimes puts her initials in her designs. And just looking at this, like say you're not a Halloween person, look how cute that would be if you just did that in red, white, and blue for patriotic, or red and white for Valentine's Day. So this one, again, Halloween Quaker, Lila's Studio. Now this next one, she's almost done with. So you've been watching her do this one all year. This is Hello Halloween. It's the booklet by Teresa Kogut. And this one, she's gonna finish by mid-September so that she can have it framed to display this year. So I'm going to kind of move it. So this fabric right here is 32 count cappuccino, fiber on a whim. It's linen. It's 1 strand of floss over 2, and just you can tell it's 1 strand because just the lightness of it. She did use the called for threads, which is a mix of Classic Colorworks, Weeks Dye Works, and DMC. And I'm going to talk about Spooky September in a little bit, but that is something that Denise and Cheryl will be doing to get all of their Halloween done for this year. So basically right here, all she has is right here. So that probably won't take her too long. I bet she could do that in a day. She's a really, really fast stitcher. Yeah, Cheryl, Kathy says, Cheryl, that is amazing. Yes. Very time consuming. Yes. Cheryl is very talented. Yes. And I don't know, one amazing thing about Cheryl is she has great genes because, oh, she has to do this too. She doesn't use glasses or a magnifier. I think she uses a light and that's it. I can't even see 14 count with an eye surgery to make my stitches. So I think that's, yeah, and this is so cute. The little dress is so cute. Okay, this next one, I think we showed it to you when it was first started. So this is 'Twas All Hallows Eve. There are 4 patterns. So like pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3, pattern 4. It was a mystery series when it started. Now obviously now it's no longer a mystery because all 4 are out. She stitched this on 32 count charcoal dyed effect by Fabric Flair. So Fabric Flair is one that it gives you the dyed effect, but it's printed on a white fabric. So 32 counts, she used 2 threads over 2 squares. She used called for Classic Colorworks, Weeks Dye Works, and DMC, and it's only 6 colors, which is kind of crazy looking at this. You think that's a lot of colors. It's only 6 colors. So the designer of 'Twas All Hallows Eve is Tiny Modernist, and she stitches off of a paper pattern. She does not stitch off an iPad at all. She does not mark off as she goes. She uses the line keeper, and that's it. She does definitely, her and there's no chance I would ever use an iPad. Priscilla was trying to talk me into it last year, and I was like, first of all, I don't own an iPad. Second of all, I can barely turn on a computer. So yes, Cheryl loves Halloween. She is obsessed with Halloween, and yes, so pretty. The next one is Happy Halloween by Primrose Cottage Stitches, and this pattern is 20% off this month because it is our pattern designer of the month. This one is 32 count light taupe Lugana, 2 strands over 2 squares, and it's Weeks Dye Works. And she is just using the called for thread from the pattern. I'm going to show you the back. This is like a little girl. Look how cute. She's like so talented. So this is Happy Halloween. So I'm sure she'll get this one done. And this is probably one where she'll just finish it herself. She won't take it and get it framed. And she'll bring them and show you when she's done. This is Autumn Lane. It's called A Spooky Stroll. It's she's making this for Kevin's birthday. His birthday is October 16th. He does not watch the live stream because I ban him from it. And so if he's watching right now, he just got his birthday spoiled. This is 32 count charcoal dyed effect by Fabric Flair. 2 strands over 2 squares, called for DMC. And I did want to show you this in case you have not seen this before. So this is the piece of fabric that Cheryl starts with. It's huge. She does not cut until she's done. She puts it in a hoop or a Q-snap, depending on what she's doing, and she literally just stitches, and she doesn't cut anything off, and she's got a stash of fabric that you guys would not believe. I think she probably has an entire room of fabric and floss and all the things. So I think it's pretty interesting that she doesn't cut it down, because I think I would go crazy. But Kevin's gonna love this. He loves Halloween. We have to control him here at Back Quarter Shop because he tries to buy every Halloween collection, and I'm like, nobody loves Halloween that much, but he will love it. Now she just started this. This is Hands-on Design, Signs of the Season, and so she is going to be stitching the Toil and Trouble. Is that how you say it? Toil and Trouble. This is 20 count charcoal Aida, 1 strand over 1 square. She's using called for Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works. The only thing is she's using DMC 3865 instead of bamboo. Cheryl tends to use 3865 by DMC over bamboo because it's brighter, and I just want to show you how big. Look how big that piece of fabric is. I don't know how she does it. I have no idea. First of all, I'd have food all over it. And I think she's only stitching that one, but we're not sure. So we'll see how much she gets done, but she's like right, you can see she's like right here. And those are tiny stitches. Oh my goodness. Now from Halloween Memories book that we just showed you, she made this one. It's the spooky, oh, this thing is hard to come out. So I'm just gonna put it like this. This is a Mill Hill frame. We do have it. We order them from time to time, and they take a while to get here, but I wanted to show you. This is the spooky socks, and what she did is she just took off the knitting 101. And she used 32 count Stormy Night Lugana, 2 strands over 2. She did use that Aura Floss box, and really cute. And the Mill Hill frames are really nice because they have like this little decor inset that makes it like, it looks really nice. And she used the one thing I wanted to point out is she used the called for thread, but look how this looks different on this one, just because the fabric is different. And then we're gonna show Denise's. Okay, you guys are probably gonna go nuts over this. This is so flippin' cute. Okay, so Denise made this, and I'm gonna kind of walk you through what she did. And this is what I mean about being creative and changing things up and, you know, not putting yourself in a box. So the first thing is these fabrics right here are 32 count Lugana in the color Powder Pink. She used the called for thread, so that is the Classic Colorworks. And then this quilting fabric here is Hey Boo. And I'm going to show you how she made in a second. And then this is just polyfill inside. So Hey Boo fabric by Layla Boutique. So what she did is she took 4 motifs, cross-stitched them. Then she went to the Halloween Memories book. I'm going to turn to the page. She took this pattern. She made 1 block. She used the exact cutting for this as for 1 block. But just so you know, this will only work if you're stitching on a 32 count linen Lugano or a 16 count Aida, because these are tiny, tiny pieces. So the pattern is Hocus Pocus from the Halloween Memories book. The fabric collection is Hey Boo. And then she just put the, this is a cute finishing where you put the backing and the front right sides together, and then you flip it open with this opening right here. So this is super creative. I love it. I think that a lot of you will end up making this. We will be putting it on the blog, but this is a way for you to just, you know, she already made something in Hey Boo. I can't remember what she made, but she had leftovers, and that's what she used for this. So, you know, that was what inspired her, was her leftovers, just using up what she already had. The pillow is so creative. Yes, so creative. So cute. Okay, these 2, are you making all of them? No, she's only making these 2. Only. These are called 13 Spooky Smalls. It's a booklet by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I think it has 5 patterns. So she made Trick or Treat, which is right here. And then she made this one. And she used that same colorway. When she stitched the Spooky Cute ornament, she had leftover thread, and she also used that leftover thread for this. So she wasn't what I'm trying to explain is she wasn't just buying. She was using what she had and using it up. And they're so tiny. Look how tiny that is. So these right here, she stitched on 32 count light taupe. That's what the fabric is. She used fusible fleece. Okay, so we've talked about on the back, like when you put your fabric, your cross-stitch fabric down on something, you can use like a fusible interfacing, like a pellon. She wanted hers to be a little bit puffier, so she used a high loft fusible fleece, and it's by ThermoWeb, number 3339. That gives it additional loft. She did an envelope back with that same fabric, Hey Boo. In the inside, the same thing as the other, she used polyfill. Now, she did that on both of these. And she's trying to decide if she's gonna add any type of trim or not. So you guys can let her know what you think. But these are so cute. And just looking at the, you know, just looking at how different it looks with just a change of fabric. And these are the finishing she's thinking about. So these are by Lady Dot Creates. So she's thinking about either doing this, which is the licorice chenille. It's kind of hard to see on the black. What's hard to see on the black? Let's see. Let me see a design board because you can see it better. Sorry. Okay. Then you can actually see it. So we can vote and tell her what you guys think. So this again is the chenille in licorice. And then this is licorice mini pom-poms, or pom-poms. Oh yeah, she cut it to try to started. I think you should do the pom-poms.
Yeah.
I think the pom-poms look good. They stand out a little bit more than this.
Yeah.
And I feel like especially on this one, that black, and what's interesting is these are both licorice, but the trims take the dye differently, so the pom-poms are blacker than the chenille, even though it's the same dye. Super cute, Denise. And then she still has more. So now we're gonna show her whips. Those are kind of like her finished ones. Yeah, the trim definitely enhances the work. Okay, this is Luminous Fiber Arts Enchanted Quaker. So this is the one we just showed, right? No, this is a different one. Okay. So this one is 32 count Lugana fabric from her stash. She's using Classic Colorworks Black Coffee. It just uses one color. It doesn't use multiple colors, and it's 2 strands over 2. And this one, is this the one you're trying to finish by Halloween? Oh no, it's this next one. Oh my gosh. Okay, this next one. Okay, this is the one you've seen before. I'm like, okay. Okay. We're gonna have to put it next to Cheryl's. So this is the same Hello Halloween by Teresa Kogut. She started this 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, when it came out.
When it came out 2 years ago. And so she wants to finish this by Halloween. This is 32 count light taupes Weigart, called for thread, and then I'm going to show you Cheryl's next to it. They are both using called for floss.
I'm doing 2 strands, she's doing 1.
Yeah. So Cheryl's using 1 strand of floss. Denise is using 2 strands of floss. They're both 32 count?
No, hers is 36.
Oh, scroll back up, Jordan.
I think.
Yes.
Okay, so Cheryl's using 36 count. Denise is using 32 count. So you can see, like with the linen, it's kind of more a vintage look. But I feel like both colors look really good. So let's see. You can do it. So they're going to do spooky September. We're going to talk about it in a minute, right? Okay. It's just really interesting, that 1 strand, how different that looks. Leah says, Denise, you're so talented. And then another hands-on design. This one is Signs of the Season. And this is the one we showed you from Cheryl. You're doing all 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's going to make all 3 of these. She's going to stitch all of them on 32 count light taupe. And she's using the Spooky Cute thread. Now, at this point, she had to buy another set. Like, at this point, you know, she's used all her thread. She has to start over. So she's just using that same colorway. So Denise decorates her Halloween entryway with, like, pinks and oranges like this. So she's doing all of this for, like, her entryway. And then...
We have 3 pop-ups.
Oh, there's 3 pop-ups. Oh, okay, so this is how she colored it. So I'm going to let that sit there for a while because that tells you what thread she's going to be using and where. So that if you want to screenshot it, we can also put it on the blog.
That's the one I want.
And this is the one she started, so that's the one that's right here. And as she finishes them, we'll obviously show you. That one's going to be really cute. Okay, so she even did more than this, guys. Okay. So this is more sewing, but this is the type of project that even if you cross stitch and you don't sew, you can do this. So obviously, if you look at this fabric, it's called Hey Boo. You saw it in her pillow, and she just loves the colors of it. So this is just a panel that, you know, that we sell. It's just a panel with some squares, and I'm going to show you what she did. But I just want to show you, because from the panel you could make a lot. There's a lot of, I guess, options on the motifs. So I'm going to show you, she took one panel and she turned it into this, and it looks totally like you would have bought this at Hobby Lobby. Okay. So this is, it says 2 projects.
That's the first one.
This is the first project. The next okay, so this is the first set of 2 projects. So she took that panel and she made 5 things. So these are the first 3. So that is the Hey Boo quilt panel. We just got these in. This is called Lori Holt's 9x9 vintage wooden board, and it's got an inset. Now, if you watch Lori's video from this week that she posted on Sunday, she talks about these boards and how she's using them for punch needle. So what Denise did is she cut a square from the panel. She put it on sticky board. She did not fold over the edges or anything. She basically put the panel on the sticky board, and then she cut it so it fits tightly, so it's not glued down in there. So it's basically flush. So she stuck it straight in with that sticky board, and it just stays in there. And so you just cut it, you know, you cut it bigger, and then you just slowly cut it down until it is done. And so you could do this with quilt blocks. You could do this with other quilt panels. You could, you know, there's going to be a lot of cross stitch shown in these finishing. They're called vintage wooden boards, and there is a 9x9, and then there's a rectangular one. And we just kind of wanted to show you a simple way to use them, because we know Lori's going to show you like really intricate ways. But these are easy to do ideas. This took her 10 minutes, she said, each one, like 10 minutes each at the max. And then this is how the back looks. You have to put a mounting thing on it. So cute, but it does. It looks totally like she bought it at Hobby Lobby. So that's her first project with that panel. And then these are pillows. So actually from that collection, she made 3 pillows, because she made this pillow plus the other one. I'll show you the other one with it too. So she took a square from the panel, fused that, which is right here, onto that fusible fleece that I talked about earlier, because it's much puffier. She did crosshatch quilting 1 inch across, so they're 1 inch separated, and she just did on the diagonal. She did an envelope back, and you can see all the envelope backs use 1 fabric, because then, you know, she can just buy 1 fabric. She don't have to spend a bunch of money. You don't have to buy 3 different ones. And then she's going to put these in her entryway. And then this is the one we showed you earlier. So that's a cute way if you're, you know, if you really wanted to and you don't have a sewing machine, you could put them on fusible fleece. Obviously, you would have to sew around, but you don't have to do the quilting if you don't want to. It just adds a little bit of texture. And these frames, they're called vintage. So they're painted white, but they've got kind of a vintage look to them. So they're not perfectly white. They kind of have that vintage look that Lori's known for. So Cheryl, after Cheryl and Denise saw all of these wonderful Halloween stitching that they're doing, they came up with an idea of doing Spooky September. So next month, Denise and Cheryl are going to be showing you all their spooky stitches throughout the month. I know that both of them want to finish the Hello Halloween, and then the small projects they definitely want to finish, so we will be keeping up with that. You can use that hashtag that Jordan is showing, because if you use that hashtag, we might show your stitches on a live stream. And you know, you could do this with a Christmas panel, Valentine's Day. It would even be cute as like a little tooth fairy pillow if you made like a little pocket. Okay, I'm getting carried away now. Okay, so every month we have a special for cross stitch, and this month all of the Primrose Cottage are 20% off, and the patterns are paper only. They don't let us sell their PDFs. So these are 20% off until the very end of August. Everyone is saying the panel projects and cross stitch pillows are amazing. Great job, Denise. I want to do them all. And then the flash sale for today. Now, so this goes all the way till the end of August. This item is only on sale today. This is raw silver 32 count Belfast linen by Zweigart. And it is our flash sale today. And this is the one that Country Cottage uses for Glitter House, Glitter Village, all that glitter stuff. Now, I started stitching on this, and it's in progress, meaning I have not finished. But that was what we bought this for originally. And so this is actually a really great deal. And then we have a lot of what's new that have arrived. So I'm going to show you all the what's new. So from Stitching with the Housewife, we have Tricks and Treats. Pumpkins is the word swap for this month. And then Pumpkin Blossom Place. These three are available as paper patterns right now. In 30 to 45 days, we will have them also as PDFs. So I wanted to talk about what I'm stitching. So this one I have, I would say, a little bit more than halfway done. So I will be showing you that in 2 weeks, finished. This one, I have a little surprise. So this one, I haven't even told Priscilla what I'm doing yet, but I am doing a portion of this and finishing it into something totally different than what she's doing. So it's something that we're going to be selling at Fat Quarter Shop, so we're not going to be able to show you until it actually arrives, but Denise will film a video of finishing. Oh, I just pointed to what I did. But I have that all finished, so that's super exciting. Then as far as PDFs, they have moved from Christmas now into fall. So they have fall roundabouts. They have Scarecrow Festival and Meet Me at the Pumpkin Patch. And those two are circles. You know, they're the roundabouts. And then they have the Sassy Stripper series, and they have the Scarecrow and the Pumpkins for Sale. And if you watch their video on Saturday, they show 2 different finishing options for this series. So if you want, you know, more ideas than this, there's another one. Cheryl Stitch Hello Halloween on 36 count. And then a couple, I might need to bring these in, but I stitched these years ago. This is Little House Needlework. She re-released her monochromatic seasons into one pattern. Previously, it was sold as individual patterns with the Belle Soie floss. And I stitched all of these, so I might have to bring those in just so you can see them. I just have to remember to do that. So this is now all in one pattern. And then she does list on here the that you can use Classic Colorworks. So she lists Classic Colorworks colors on here instead of the Belle Soie. Heart in Hand has 2 new patterns. I think this one's going to be super popular, Maker, and then We Santa 2024. And I know Cheryl loves this one, so I know Cheryl is going to be making this one because I just know. Like, I just know based on, she didn't tell me, I just know. Lindy Stitches has October Japanese Bantam, which I guess a bantam is a chicken. Jordan? He said yes. Hands on Design, Gather Together, and this is part of the small gathering series. Gather Round, so there's going to be 4 of these and then 4 of these, which means 12 and 4. Block Party Bell, and Autumn Folk. And this one is also part of a 4-part series. And this one, just to show you, Kathy put her initials down here. These are super cute. I would love to make this one. I might have to make that one. And then Shepherd's Bush, they use our Mad for Plaid bags and design on them. And this is the cutest one I've seen so far. This is the summer bag. And just super cute. Thank you to them for doing that. And then Twin Peak Primitives has Halloween Cat. Okay, Country Cottage Needleworks. Okay, they also did the same thing. So this is actually Little House Needleworks' daughter. So Nikki took 6 previous patterns that were released individually and put them into one pattern called Cottage Cakes. So you could stitch these individually or as one. I think they're super cute, and I think this would be a super cute decoration for like a wedding. Like if you had a wedding cake or something, like customize the colors to it. I think that'd be really cute. And then Robin Pickens Sweater Weather Fall Acorn. And now we have a lot of Robin Pickens cross stitch on our site now, and her stuff is selling really fast. So I have been reordering it as fast as I can. And she ships fast. So if you see something out of stock, it'll be back quick. Fragments in Time by Summer House Stitchwork. This is number 6. And this is number 3 of the Greatest of These Love. So this one had like Faith, I think was the previous one. October House Fiber Arts. We have Summer Jam and Sewing Sundries, and this one is so cute. So this one I think you could do, you know, even if you just wanted to do like a pin cushion or something. I mean, obviously it would be a decorative pin cushion because I'd be scared to use a cross stitch pin cushion for real, but it's got needles, spools, thread, buttons, scissors, super cute. There's a lot you could do. Lori's frames do not stand on their own. You have to put something on the back. Those just come with the front only. Okay, and then I'm going to answer some questions, and we're going to kind of put everything on the table of what we're giving away while I answer questions. Is there going to be a 25 pages for Lori's loose leaf planner from this year? I think there is. Look on our website. I can't remember off the top of my head, and my hat is falling off. I love all the Halloween. I'm anxious for Christmas stitching. Do you know when the Just Cross Stitch ornaments will be available? Soon. I think pretty soon. Cheryl and Denise are my stitching heroes. Their stitching is impeccable. Yes, it is. I agree. Is there a tutorial for making the pillow? No, the tutorial, no. What you would do is you would just buy the book, make the block, and then we have several videos on how to use how to make an envelope bag. Oh, somebody asked if we could show this. This is our FQS clear vinyl crossbody project bag. And it is a little bit greener in person. And I'll show it to you in the front camera so you can see the real color. This was designed by Kevin, and I'm serious. Thank you to Millie Fessler for the super chat. Heritage Trace says, I think the Trick or Treat could use trim, but not the other one. That little design stands well on its own. So maybe trim on one, not on the other. What 14 count cloth would be close in color to 'Twas All Hallows Eve? Email Cheryl. Let's see.
The Fabric Flare should have a 14 count of the charcoal dyed effect.
So Fabric Flare should have a 14 count charcoal dyed effect. Does Cheryl use glasses in her frames? Yes, those both have glasses. I think her smaller pieces don't, though. Just like FYI, I don't think she always uses glasses. Glass, like, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go over the coupon code one more time. The coupon code is for orders $25 or more. It ends Thursday, which is tomorrow. Use the code SPOOKY24 and you receive a free Halloween mystery cross-stitch pattern. And the bag would be nice for sporting events that you can't take a purse, and so that is where he got the idea. He is a sports fan. So now I'm going to show you our giveaway. We have a great giveaway today. So the giveaway, 3 people are going to win this, everything in this bag. So you've got the Pumpkin Mad for Plaid project bag, 1 Hey Boo panel, which you could make Denise's projects, the ghostly enamel charm, because that would look so cute on the book, the spooky cute ornaments pattern. Thank you to Valeria Bauer for the super chat. And then Halloween Memories book. So somebody is going to win this awesome prize. There are 3 of you that are going to win. It's going to be bundled just like this when you get it. And you have until Tuesday, August 20th to enter. We will announce winners on Wednesday, August 21st. And what we want you to answer is 2 things. What is on your list to make for Halloween this year? And then what was your favorite thing that we showed you today that was stitched? Because it's really great for us to see what you guys like. And just remember, I will be back next in 2 weeks. I will be back on Wednesday, August 28th. And on that live stream, I'm going to have all of my current whips and finishes. And there'll be a lot of stitching, not as much as this, but we will have a lot of stitching. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a great week.